Hello, everyone. My name is 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐪, and I'm here with
Chris Rickabaugh.
Nice, very nice. And tell us, who are you playing, Chris?
I will be portraying Aldor Wrothgate.
Aldor Wrothgate. And tonight, with Aldor Wrothgate, we are excited to present the first in a series exploring the tales of the heroes that will be in Season 2. And today, we'll be exploring the tale of Aldor Wrothgate. Tell us a bit about Aldor Wrothgate. What do they look like? What are they like?
Aldor is a very pretty, sheltered half-elf. He grew up on an island, very isolated, but he's helping his family run a shipping business, and he's never had to want for anything until everything goes wrong.
That's great, because that's where this story begins. You start your day with a warm and buttery, mild coffee. There are notes of grape, hazelnut, but with a smoky finish on the back end. It's truly divine and one of the rarest ones that your company sells. The Wrothgate Trading Company, truly a magnificent enterprise, a gift and a crown jewel to the sundered continents of Rivenheim. The sweet and cool sea air works its way up long, immaculate cobblestone steps, up to the massive 5-story mansion of your family estate and, just happens to be, your company's office. Past the thick verdant flora into the balcony of your private room. It is so pleasant, yet so fragile, that it can be shattered in seconds. And your brain begins to overplay horrific images. This visage, the deep cuts on flesh, cryptic words spoken through putrid lips, all of this spiraling with implications. And then in a second that feels like an entire age, it settles again. You can feel the weight over you, like a heavy hood, as the dread and possibilities of what transpired begin to pull your joy and your present peace into a pit of doubt and misery. A voice ends the spiral, but it doesn't cheer you up. Mr. Wrothgate.
Yes. What can I do for you?
You recognize your secretary, Jensen Guildcoin.
Jensen.
Mr. Wrothgate, it is a pleasure to see you out here on the veranda enjoying the view. And I'm afraid that I must be the one to remind you of said duties, but unfortunately, there is a body to be exhumed.
Does it have to be today?
Well, we would give you some grace in this matter, but unfortunately, there are other funeral measures that must happen afterward. If we can get this done sooner, I feel that is best for your humors.
I regret to inform you that I don't believe I'll be having humors ever again. Fine. Then let's be at it.
Wonderful. Here are the paperworks given to me. I'd like you to look over these. The body is downstairs in the basement. There is a doctor currently going over it. I will leave the rest to you, as I must do some affairs from your family private banking.
What affairs?
Things are looking good, Mr. Wrothgate. They are looking good. However, some of the money, there are some investments that seem to have not had the return that was promised.
All right. I don't care so much about my well-being. But the people of this island, the people who work here for my family and who always have, they must be looked after.
suddenly a sense of dizziness kind of collects right here in the front of your head, and you can feel your body pitch forward a little bit as almost like a feeling of a cold hand on the back of your neck seems to grab you for a second that feels like a minute.
Right. Let me see the papers.
Of course, Mr. Wrothgate. A massive stack of papers, delicately folded in a lovely envelope or a parchment wrap, is handed to you, tied together with brown string and sealed. We had these made up this morning to make sure that the cool breeze wouldn't make the papers go errant. So, if you'd like to, I can get you another coffee while you look these over before you go to exhume.
Yes, please. That would be the highest form of appreciation I could have for that coffee. Oh, please.
Of course, Mr. Wrothgate. Would you like anything else? A pastry, a soup?
Like my family back.
I'll get you your coffee, Mr. Wrothgate. And Guildcoin picks up the empty cup, walks it into your office. You can hear a few exchange of words and then another exchange of words, and then you hear another voice, and another voice, and another voice. And they're droning on and on, almost like a fever dream. There's this voice that seems to spiral inward, just telling you to give it up. Give up the wish. Walk away from a false wish. Walk away from a false wish. Walk away from a false. Walk away from a false wish. Walk away from a false wish. Walk away from a false wish.
He will probably at this point snap his quill. And he'll get up and just look outside the door, see if he's truly lost his mind, or if there is something going on out there and it's just affecting him.
All right. So you're going to be out in the veranda. You're going to go into your office from the outside.
I'll take the papers with me.
Okay.
I need a new pen anyway.
You see your secretary, Guildcoin, waiting for the help to come back with the coffee, just very prim and proper in the way he was taught to stand as a man who is waiting for something. He notices you. Is something wrong, Master Wrothgate?
I thought No, we're all fine. Everything's quite fine.
It's great to hear, Mr. Wrothgate. The coffee should be up fine. We had a small conversation. The barrel of that... Is it a vintage? No, my apologies. The brew is running low on the bean in particular, so we are running out of this, unfortunately.
Oh.
New shipments, I'm sure will be in. Not to worry, Mr. Wrothgate. But this may have to be the last cup of this for the day.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm not any more important than anyone else here. Right? We work together. I did have a mishap with my quill. I require a new one, so I brought the papers in with me.
Seems that you have, yes, indeed. He walks around to your very large desk, pulls out your very sturdy, comfy chair, opens your desk, puts a new quill down, and says, "Please, Mr. Wrothgate, do so with comfort. I think you deserve to give yourself that little."
Right. Do you need anything? Are you in need of anything?
Everything I have, I already have acquired.
All right. Well, thank you.
Of course, Mr. Wrothgate. I will go to my personal abode within. If you need anything, ask for some of the help to find me. I will be in my office.
Absolutely. And the same. If you require anything of me.
Of course.
Even though my family is gone, I am still here to help. Should you require.
Thank you. The coffee's arrived. That is my cue to leave you to your paperwork, sir. Good evening, Mr. Wrothgate.
Good evening. Thank you.
He leaves you to the paperwork as some of your waitstaff puts down a plate, puts down a cup, big pot. You can smell the buttery grape nuts, tones. You can feel the steam coming off of the metal pot as they pour it, leave it for you, and they bow as they leave you to your work.
You're amazing. Thank you.
They just vanish. The door gently closes. And then a loud slam. Your ear seems to dilate from this sound, this response, this traumatic response you've never had before, almost like an oversensitivity starts to take over your senses.
He's just trying to steady himself. And he looks around. What just happened?
As you try to look around the room, the light seems to have dimmed. It was breakfast time, but now it seems sometime in the afternoon, evening perhaps. The sky has gotten grayer than before.
It's still gray.
In a few moments, the cloud moves. The sun comes back again. Was it just overcast for just that long?
Go back out onto the veranda.
Go back on the veranda again. The beautiful hill-sloped cobblestone. The stones are older than you are. The beautiful verdant flora kind of almost like leaning in, like coming in for a hug, curling into the family grounds. And you get a clear shot from your veranda through your entire domain, essentially, and into the Wrothgate docks, where you see hundreds of large and proud ships coming and going with all manner of your goods.
Okay. Too much coffee.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Oh. Natural 20.
All right, let's go.
That will be a perception. That is, 23.
23. So as you are looking at your domain, you feel this sense of grounded. The anchor has reattached itself. You're home. You're safe. The sky doesn't have a cloud in it. What could that have been about? And as you just look, you can see in the middle of the hustle and bustle of your docks, there is one body standing still, staring in your direction, where everyone is moving and running in their own directions. They don't even seem to look at this person. They don't bump into them. There is no acknowledgement. But this dark frame is just staring up the hill and at you, unmoving.
I go back to my desk and I grab a dagger. We just got them for like opening letters, really, but they're sharp.
I mean, what's a person if not a letter with very wet contents? Right?
Exactly. Gotta know what's inside.
And the best way to do that is just to tear at it.
And I'm not going out onto that dock without some kind of weapon. Okay. Ever again.
So the seconds pass by like minutes. The minutes drag on like hours. After some time, even though your letter opener is by your side, you feel that you have enough of a breathing period What do you wish to do?
Take a deep breath. I'm headed to the dock.
Okay. You go up the door, open the door. Standing right in front of you is the dark figure from the dock, dripping wet, body laced by a blade, carved like a turkey, symbols and sigils that you don't recognize, skin pallid blue, puffy, lips dripping ichor and seaweed as they spit at you. Give up the wish. You want to see them again, drown and drown until you are the key. You want to see them again, I have them. Give yourself to the sea.
I will make you pay.
You have one currency. Become the key and drown. Drown for me! And he reaches for your head. Go for the strike. Roll the hit.
And that is a natural 1.
Okay. Perfect. You go for the strike. You feel a clean contact. And you hear a woman scream. And it's then that you see that your fist has punched the wall with this kind of underhand grip. Wham! And you can feel a slight wet pop in one of your knuckles as it collides. And it's then that you look, and that dripping, bleeding man is the woman who served you coffee. On the ground, recoiling in terror, going, I heard that you were yelling. I thought you maybe run out of coffee. Do you need anything else, sir? You seem to not have your wits about you. Are you okay?
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's all right, sir. I didn't mean any harm.
You did nothing wrong.
Right.
Nothing at all. It was some nether creature. You just missed it.
She gets up, adjusts her thing. She says, Sir, I've been at the bars for a while. I've been around my partner when they're drinking. I know what the eyes look like when they're not looking at the world. It was just you and me talking. There was no one else here. I'm sorry.
I've been drinking coffee.
Yes, I mean, we brew it, but I don't know, sir. Maybe it's your nerves. I don't know.
Was there something put in my coffee?
I doubt that the work staff is very intimate for this reason. If you want to examine the kitchen, you're free to do so.
Actually, why don't you examine it? I trust you.
The one in your office, sir?
No, where the coffee was prepared.
My apologies. Right. I'll go right away. I'll give you an investigation. Whatever I find, I'll let you know.
I appreciate it, and again, I'm really, I cannot apologize enough.
I understand. I've heard some rumors, and I know you're going through a hard time. I know that wasn't you.
What have you heard?
About the body that we found, the one that's in the basement. I don't know nothing else about no body except that it's a body, but I know that it's having a really hard time on you.
Come with me.
To the kitchen?
No. Lower. Rumors are one thing. The truth is another.
All right, sir. Either way, I'll follow.
All right. And he'll lead her down to his brother's corpse.
As you get to a terrifying room of rubber cement and stone wall designed to keep all manner of sound out, there is a large body on an examining table made of very solid wood and metal. There is a doctor currently just staring over it. There's, of course, a metal container filled with different internals being recorded, but he's staring at the body. And when you come into the room, he just kind of jumps a bit.
Are you well?
I will be okay. Everything about the body seems to be conducive with drowning. The organs swelling, the body coming to this position, the fingers, the lips, the eyes bulging, it all seems very normal for drowning.
Yet.
He lifts up the upper body. These incisions weren't made with a knife. I'm sorry, my lady. The scarification and the symbols put on this body were not made by a knife or a fork or a dagger or any blade. This was not made by a blade.
What on earth was it made for?
Due to the puffy nature of it, I first thought maybe it was a scar that swelled with the drowning, but now that I know it's keloid in nature. When something tries to heal and then the skin can't quite heal normally, so they heal on top of each other in layers, becoming a puffy sort of, basically a swelled skid mass of a scar. There was something internal scarring him this way.
The wounds came from inside his body.
That is my only guess.
Have you recorded what the wounds look like?
He gets his books, opens them up, turns them to you. You see the timeline of a man losing touch with reality. Very expert notes. Very precise and defined and experienced hand writing the weight of this and what this could mean to that part of the body, and then it becomes childlike very quickly. Words and vernacular a man of science would never use, silly almost, and then it becomes scribbly, less coherent, less recognizable and readable, until all it becomes is a scratched hand of these exact same symbols all over the book. Again and again and again, like a madman, these symbols keep appearing in the book. And he says, if you count, in this book, there are 25 pages of symbols. I don't remember doing them. I checked my timepiece. It took me an hour to stop making these symbols. And when you came into the room, I was talking to the cadaver.
You're talking to my brother. And was he answering?
He told me to tell you to drown.
And become the key?
Something about that, yes.
I look at the woman who served me coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I did see something.
She nods and starts to kind of trail off nodding. This probably is the first time she's seen a body, especially a body in this shape. I need to give me a perception check.
13.
Okay. Her hands seem to fidget. The fidget seems to come with a tremor of sorts. And then eventually you see clear as day as her hand juts out, grabs a scalpel, and starts to rush at you with the knife. Because you have seen this, you can attempt to stop her or defend yourself. You can cast a spell, make a skill check, whatever you feel is appropriate. What do you do?
Well, my question to you is, since I inadvertently made my pact, do I know that I can cast magic?
You know what? That is a great question.
It's been a day?
Let's slow things down for this point in time. You see she's coming at you with the scalpel. Her eyes dilated to the point where that's almost all an inky blackness in them. You can see tears of ink and ichor coming at the tips. And as this time slows down, you hear a voice. That sucks. I don't know what to tell you. That is wild. Oh, man.
Who's... Wait, is this you?
This is me. This is me. Yes, it is me. It is I. It is the dead body on the slab. No, I'm kidding. Of course it's me.
Okay, you don't know what to tell me.
I don't. Well, what do you want to... Listen, I don't make these packs a lot. What I do know is that you're kind of in a bad place and you seem very distraught and, whew.
All
buddy,
true.
That heart's gonna go on you if you keep drinking all that coffee.
Noted, but this, I don't want to hurt her.
You don't want to hurt her.
Ideas? I mean, you saved me before.
Oh, that's a really good point. That's a really good point. Okay, fine. I want you to say this. I wish for the power to protect myself.
I wish for the power to protect myself.
Oh, that was so good the way you said it. It was so keen. I love that. Yes, I found the right one with this guy. Yes, I did. We can finally solve. Oh, we can solve so much. All right, here's what you're gonna do. Take your hand out in front of you like this, and suddenly you see this large, muscular arm made of shadow night sky and purple stars moving through it. And he goes, take your arm like this, extend the arm. Yes, beautiful, just like that. And I want you to just take that wish that you made, put it into your arm, and express it. Give me a roll to hit.
Okay, that is a 19.
19. So as you do this, I want you to tell me what your very first Eldritch Blast looks like.
Okay. So, it's like a dark navy blue streaked with lighter blue lighting up in a crackling lightning type, I guess, mosaic on the outside of it. And it, almost like an arrow, turns in the air until it hits.
Okay. So it turns into this arrow, smacks into the form, and you see what looks like the woman standing there holding the knife, and this creature that looks way too much like your brother in the slab, kind of moving beyond her body, recoiling from the hit. And that's when, finally stepping into full frame, you see the man with the skin of the night sky, the purple stars, a beautiful shaved head with long perked ears, and he says, you are stubborn, I'll give you that. Listen, you need to go back to the outside of the amulet. I'm sorry, I need to relinquish you. Say, I wish to be free for now.
I wish to be free for now.
Oh, consent is key! And you see him clap his hands. As he's about to turn and deck this guy, you kind of snap out of it, and instead of actually blasting a hole in this woman, you see she's just kind of stopping in the panic with the scalpel raised. All of her faculties have returned to her.
Maybe give me that.
I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened. I was just scared, and then suddenly...
I, of all people, understand. It happened to me.
You're right.
I assume you haven't been drinking.
Just coffee.
Right. Sorry about all this.
No, it's all right. I think it's about time for my break, so thank you. It's good to see the body is there and not upstairs. I believe you now, and I'll be going on my break.
That's fine.
The doctor puts a hand on your shoulders. My apologies, Mr. Wrothgate. It might be a good idea for you to leave too. Might be a good idea for all of us to leave this room. Maybe see about a cleric or something to help it.
Right. A cleric. Can we, let's send for one.
Of course. Right this way.
The book, though, should we perhaps lock it up?
Yes, he takes the book, he takes out one of the long file cabinets, puts it in, slams it shut, turns the dial on it, and says, I trust that that is a well-kept lock combination, and we will leave that for later funeral processes.
Right, yes, I know the combination.
Excellent, sir. I'm also going to go on my break. I think I need to have one.
Sure. As he's saying that, Aldor will cover his brother up.
As you do, a hand grabs you. He pulls your hand with great force. Aldor, your brother, sits up and looks to you. Until his eyes are glaring into yours and his nose is touching yours, and he says, there is more water than land.
I will look directly back into his eyes, and with almost a bit of a sneer, I wish to free my brother's soul and make you suffer.
The pact is sealed then. Give up the false wish. It's not really doing much for you that I can't provide. Then follow the sea and drown. Become the key. You know the price. You know the steps. And you know, from this moment on, no amulet around your neck will protect your dreams. And the body slumps onto you. Full weight of a corpse.
I'm not that strong. I mean, I've got it. I don't know.
Athletics check. Let's see if you can hold the body.
Yeah. Oh, crap. 14.
14. It's a struggle. It puts you in an awkward position to begin with. You don't have a center of balance. You're fighting with your back leg. The body's weighing on you. And to this point in time that you hear, Mr. Wrothgate. And running up to your side is 𝐒𝐲𝐸, grabs the body, puts it on the ground. Mr. Wrothgate, I think it's about time I tell you about a little letter I wrote to a friend of yours.
A friend of mine?
I paid good money to have a very quick delivery bird send a letter to a freelance marine enthusiast.
Oh yes, pirate.
Thank you. Yes, a pirate, exactly. And
I do know one.
yes, I take very careful notes on you, and I believe this one is, So if I'm being honest, Mr. Wrothgate, I don't believe it's good for your condition to stay here anymore. And coming down here, I have heard reports of attacks that I know you didn't commit, but there was fear, flashing about, yelling, swearing, demanding people to drown. And now I come here and I see you fighting your brother's corpse. I know that you are not the man that I know that you are right now. And I want you to be in the place, away from this reminder, where maybe you can deal with these issues and be safe.
I believe I agree with you for the most part, except for the safe. I'm going to fix this.
Well, Mr. Wrothgate, I don't know what the solution is, but the one thing I know is that the only thing here is shadows and nightmares. I think the truth may be on the boat that is now currently docked in our harbor.
Really?
Or at least a way to go about it, I suppose.
Okay, what were you planning on doing?
As your secretary, Mr. Wrothgate, I will go over the funeral proceedings. I will make sure that your brother is buried with dignity and, unfortunately, secrecy. And I will make sure the operations of Wrothgate trading will be done on the day-to-day. I will always leave myself open to your instruction, Mr. Wrothgate. If you ever need to send me a letter, obviously you know the address. I will handle it as you order.
take care of all of the employees. Nobody should want for anything.
Mr. Wrothgate, I feel that I have been blessed by being more than your secretary. I have been an ally, and despite my salary, sometimes I look at you as a brother. I'm sorry, the timing of that... I'm so sorry, Mr. Wrothgate.
No. My mother always said we were more like a family, and not in a weird corporate sort of way.
Oh, not in that very grotesque way where they use it as a form of control. I despise any who uses that tactic.
No, there will be no superficial parties of some kind of party food or... No, it really is. We take care of our own on this island.
That's how it started when the family and the company was made, and that's how it shall continue in your absence. Which is temporary, might I add. Go, Mr. Wrothgate, the boat waits you. Your things are already packed, the gold's already paid, and maybe a friendly, living face is what you need to see.
All right. You, keep the company running, take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of the company or anyone else.
Thank you, Mr. Wrothgate. Until then, please, go. Do what you need to do.
Thank you.
And with that, sure enough, a small valet meets you at the front door. A large container of your things and large bags are packed. They walk you to the dock, and there you see a familiar pirate and their old sassy turtle friend. And in a few moments, the boat takes off with the sun at its back. And the destination, of course, being the eastern coast of Edelthal. The town of Corlin awaits you.
He looks back. And then refuses to look back ever until he fixes this.
Ever forward. And that concludes the tale of Aldor Wrothgate. But what more will we see in store for them in Season 2? Tune in to find out alongside all of us. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, click the bell, and of course, turn on channel notifications, get updates so you can see what happens to this guy. And until then, we'll see you on the adventure.
Trauma.
For everyone! Oh, it's gonna be a spicy buffet of suck. That's what I got. So anyway, goodbye everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.